So please welcome Mr. Akin Onin, distinguished Toastmaster, with his speech titled Measure Twice, Cut Once. Akin, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. Fellow Toastmasters and cherished guests, good evening. When I was a young boy, I watched my father repair an old wooden chair. He measured the leg carefully, marked a line with his pencil, then paused. He measured again, and only then did he cut. As the saw whispered through the wood, he smiled and said to me, Akin, measure twice, cut once. At that age, fellow Toastmasters and guests, I thought he was just talking about carpentry. But I've since learned he was really teaching me about life. What is the cost of cutting too soon? Let me ask you. Many of us, we've made quick cuts in our lives, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
A hasty email sent in anger, I've been there. A relationship that we ended too abruptly. A job or project that we abandoned because it got tough. I remember once turning down an opportunity early in my career because I felt unprepared. Only months later did I realize it was the very door I had been praying for, but I had already cut it off. I hadn't measured my fears twice at that point in time, and like that wobbly chair that my father repaired, my confidence shook for a while. You may ask me, what is the power of pausing? The wisdom in measuring twice, cut once, isn't just about precision. It's actually about patience. It's about that sacred pause when impulse and decision. When we measure twice, we invite reflection. We invite balance into the moment. And we ask ourselves, is this the right time? Have I sought enough counsel? And am I acting from purpose or am I acting from pressure? Ladies and gentlemen, that second measurement, that's where growth hides. Mm-hmm. That's where regret turns into resolve. Why should we cut with clarity? Now, let's be honest. Sometimes cutting is necessary. Sometimes it's the only way to grow. And I take that again. Sometimes cutting is necessary. Sometimes it's the only way to grow. A friendship that drains you. A habit that slows you down. A belief that no longer fits who you are becoming. But before you reach for the saw, fellow Toastmasters and guests, measure carefully. Ask yourself, does this decision lead me towards peace or away from it? Does this decision actually make room for my best self or does it bury it? If the answer is yes, cut with confidence. If the answer is no, friends, please do yourself a favor, measure again. Because sometimes what looks like a cut is really a correction. Not an ending, but an edit. I will share with you an example of crafting a well-measured life. Because I know, whether you believe it or not, we are all carpenters of our own destiny. And I take it again. We, all of us here, we are carpenters of our own destiny. Every word we speak, every decision we make, every relationship we keep or don't keep, all of this together shape the masterpiece we're building. And the quality of that masterpiece depends not on how fast we build, friends, but how wisely we measure. Think about that. So tonight, I invite you all to slow down before you quit that job or end that friendship or take that leap. Measure twice. In fact, there is a saying that addition diminishes, subtraction increases.
Here, here.
Once with your head and once with your heart. Then, when you finally cut, do it with confidence, with clarity, and with calm. Because life, friends, like carpentry, rewards the craftsman who knows when to pause. Let me close this way. I still keep that old chair my father repaired in my family home. It sits quietly in the corner of my house, a little uneven, perhaps, but strong where it matters. And every time I look at it, I am reminded, friends, mistakes may waste wood, but impatience wastes wisdom. I take that again. Mistakes may waste wood, but impatience wastes wisdom. So, my friends, in your choices, your relationships, your words, and your dreams, measure twice, cut once. Mr. Toastmaster.
Well done.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hakim. Great speech. And how good it complemented the stories from Robert. I mean, did you guys talk to each other before the meeting?